Hello and welcome back. Right, let us get on. Ooh. If I can find a vehicle to jump into. Right, okay. Did I finish? No, I didn't, did I? Am I worried about it? Oh, it's only little tiny strips, isn't it, to be honest? I've already said this is it, no matter what, so, right, I need that on. Where have I got it wrong? Right, I'm getting to there. Do you know I help out? Always rubbish at these. Hello and welcome back. This is not a place I expected to be again. I didn't quite finish this Let's Play off when I rushed over to FS22. So I am just coming back as my way of literally finishing up the Let's Play. And a way, I suppose, of saying goodbye to the to FS19. We are 3 weeks in to FS22. Seriously, and there are, it is to be expected, to be honest. It's not anything that really I wasn't expecting. I think if you've got any common sense and you know anything about software at all, and I should because I work in the industry, then you really got to expect. And also I remember when I saw Mr. CVP and Daggerwin on their FS19 when it had just been released. In fact, I think they'd got the pre-release game. So yeah, this is just me, just sort of showing what, I think I did this last episode, but this is me showing what we own. We have sold all fields, all except for the farmyard, all except for the farm. That's the only bit of actual listed land that we've got. We didn't manage to throw everything. There's still some silage, quite a lot of silage actually, at the BGA. Obviously we would have 300,000 more plus all of the cows. We've got 184 cows now. So yeah, let me just sort of show. This is just my way of, in summation really, of right. Yeah, just literally sort of saying goodbye and actually thanking you, the watchers, really. Is that 1,010,904? No, surely not. Ooh, yeah, maybe it is actually. Yeah. Okay, so we're sitting on a mountain of money still, even at this sort of stage. We got a massive payout last night. Would hate to think how much digestate we've got. Let's have a quick look. Let's go grab. Let's sort of do some totting up, but I'm not even going to attempt to do everything. There is so much work to do, but truly look at the total at the top. This is my way of, I sold all fields, which obviously they do retain their proper value. We've still got obviously the fields that are part of the, and obviously we've got all the equipment. I've not sold that either, because it's all, anybody who's watched my Let's Play knows my equipment's probably second hand, a lot of it, so therefore its resale value isn't that much. Nevertheless, it's all good equipment, so to me it's worth a fortune, but on game statistics and cash wise it's not all worth that much. We've got lots and lots of equipment. Just in summation of all the things that we've got. The sugar, elections. Funnily enough, guess what I went into in Farming-Ep-88 22? Yes, you guessed it, sugar. How appropriate. And it wasn't really by design, not truthfully, sort of on both the Let's Plays, both Elm Creek and I have got a Let's Play on Erlengrab, but it's not very advanced. It was one I started up, but then I've got more engrossed in one on Elm Creek and one on Belleron, which I truly am thoroughly enjoying. That's definitely the one we're more advanced in and the one we've spent more time in. So yeah, thoroughly enjoying that. Not enjoying the costs of repair. But as we speak, the reason I'm on this is because let's look how much we've got in here. Oh my life. Yeah, we're sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of digestate. So if I was to guess, and that is just seriously, I would say that we're sitting on $3.5 million worth of things. So summing up all things considered, yeah, we've even got some. Oh, we could even sell that directly as well. So yeah, we are sitting on a. Let's have a look what we've got in storage as well, because I would imagine we've got quite a lot of grass that we would literally. We have, oh my life, and straw. That's 700 tons of those two, which we could easily put in there, which we're then going to produce more of this. So if we cashed in every single bit that we have got, I'm sure actually we'd comfortably reach more than 3.5 million. So I would say, truthfully, that our time on Lone Oak has truly been phenomenal, and I just really, in my saying goodbye to both FS19 with its incredible modding community, incredible spirit of all of the gamers, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to anybody who's watched my Let's Plays, but also to Bullet Bill and Oxygen David, really, for, I'm sure, if I remember correctly, this is my faulty memory, that Oxygen David did have something to do with porting the map, so my hat off to both Oxygen David and obviously Bullet Bill for such an absolutely incredible map. Not always been a favourite, but I've got to say, it is absolutely the time I've had on this map. This time, I have tried to do Let's Plays on this. My favourite content creator, Mr. CDP, one of my all-time favourite Let's Plays was done on Lone Oak, which is why obviously sometimes you think, oh yeah, I can't go wrong on it, but until this time, doing such a strenuous start from scratch with absolutely no money. And I've got to be honest, I've played other Let's Plays with start from scratch with, no, not with no money, but literally just start from scratch, and they were harder than this has been. It's been, I don't know, it flowed, and it's not been plain sailing. If anyone's watched the series, you'll know that we've had some absolutely curveballs, contracts that went terribly wrong. Even in the very early sort of things, there were contracts where I was relying on money, where we had to sacrifice a tractor to actually complete a contract to then earn money. Another time when we lost 70 grand contract. So yeah, lots and lots of real nasty curveballs, and yet throughout it all, for all that, I have absolutely thoroughly enjoyed Lone Oak more than any other Let's Play that I've ever done in FS19, and trust me, I have thoroughly had fun on this game. It is amazing. FS22, first 3 weeks, what you'd expect. I've seriously many times wished to come back to FS19, but thought it's got potential, FS22, and you can't look back. But I do look back with great fondness. You've always got to acknowledge where you've been, what you've done, and all of the rest of it, and I shall seriously miss this tanker here and this here. Absolute amazing mods that I seriously miss. And I mean, also H2 Studios before that has two absolutely amazing modded trailers, both the liquid tanker and a fantastic thing that were my go-tos for an awful long time, and then of course my other go-to, the Veen Hughes, that has been a go-to stable mod through so many Let's Plays. This here, this is amazing. This mod is absolutely fantastic, and there's something similar now on FS22 which I've not quite got a chance to get my hands on, but recognise it. So Bauer Eric's wheel roll, absolutely amazing mod, really. And now we've got a similar one in FS22, so the mods are beginning to come in where I thought they never would. I won't say that stuck with base game mods. It's a challenge when you play start from scratch with just base game mods. It truly is. Although I've got to say, I'm thoroughly enjoying the sales. The daily sales are absolutely amazing. I think, to be honest, with the horrible prices of damage to vehicles and the terribly high price of worker fees on FS22, to be honest, I have almost done all contracts and work myself, because worker fees are so expensive on FS22, which I believe that the very update that is coming onto my computer right now, one of the things I saw in the update list of things updated, it's a couple of the things they've addressed. I'm hoping tomorrow, of course, everyone's on the update, and its download speed is probably going to take all night. It's that slow, but that's not the point. It's addressing so many of the issues that are so terrible. Another thing I'm seriously missing is the transport box. Truly miss it. And even you, old faithful friend. Yes, this here. And of course, where would we be without the seriously missing my old friend? Let's go and say hello. Yes, old faithful friend, the milling machine. Seriously missing you, definitely. So yes, there's a few things missing, but we're definitely getting there. There's a few. I'm missing the a couple of the modded tractors, my John Deere, and of course the Fendt GT. Absolutely, seriously missing those two. We've got some good things. My number one tractor on Hubeleron is the Valtra, which is, funnily enough, it's one of those manufacturers. When I first played FS19, I used to always sell the case. Let me have a look. Let me show you what I'm on about, because I'm going to get it wrong. I know I am. Always used to sell the case. The 7200, the 7210 it is, and its base sort of thing. Always used to sell that on whatever Let's Play, because I didn't recognise its true value, because it can be upgraded to 261 horsepower. I often used to go for something like either the New Holland or the Valtras. They've always been a little bit pricey, and truthfully, as I went into the game more and more, I recognised that there were a lot of tractor manufacturers that were cheaper but as good. So other than very early on, I haven't had many Valtras in a long time. So I'm really chuffed. One of my first tractors in FS22 has been the Valtra. It's my number one, 190 horsepower, one of the old series. I wouldn't like to do. I'm going to do it in injustice if I. You wouldn't believe that, would you? I see its numbers all the time, but I cannot for the life of me think. But it is one of the older Valtras. I think it's the one that they start with. I'm start from scratch, so I bought it brand new. So it wasn't one that I started with. It was literally one I wanted, and it represented the best value for money. It was the biggest chunk of change that we took out of the 500 grand startup for start from scratch. 200 grand of which is a loan. So yeah, that was a bit scary, being 200 grand in debt. So basically you start with scratch with 300 grand. If you got rid of your loan, that's what you've got, 300 grand. That's all you can truly say is yours. The other 200 grand, if you keep it, is a loan. So yeah, on my Elm Creek, that's exactly what I did. I paid off my loan immediately and left myself with 300 grand, which is a killer. Absolutely terrible. But I was so fortunate. Guess what was waiting on the very first day? Or might not have been the first day, I might be exaggerating on that, but I think it was, if I remember rightly. On my very first day in the sales, lo and behold, guess what tractor awaited me? Yes, the 7210. With a massive discount, cost me, I can't remember, it's on my Let's Play, but it certainly was a massive discount, maybe 45, 50 grand or something like that, so I bought that. And lo and behold, the other thing that was on special was a sugar beet harvester, which is why I went into sugar on that, because it's 90, nearly 100 grand in its raw format, and there was something like 45, no, I think it was 45 grand. So for less than 100 grand I got my tractor and my harvester. So of course I bought a sugar beet field, one of the smallest on the map. And that's what we went into. You start in August, and by October I was harvesting what another farmer had planted. I fully fertilised it and just managed to, with contracting with my own bare hands, I might add, no workers on that Let's Play, other than once when I made a mistake and actually employed a worker while I took some stuff to storage, to the railway storage, and then of course I took over again. But yeah, that was one of my rules in the end that I played, because I'd played for so long with only me and not use workers. I thought, well, I'm going to make that a rule, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing a worker. So of course, other than one time when I was tired and I forgot that I'd made the rule, I still think in the spirit. I mean, I only literally used it whilst I dropped the load off, came back, and then I took over. So again, I think I would be forgiven because it was a mistake rather than a thing. But apart from that, by my very own fair hand, something I've never done in Farming Simulator 19, because of course I'm a massive avid courseplay user, which of course is not available yet in FS22. So yeah, absolutely amazing. But this is my way of saying thank you very much to everybody that has been involved, from Giant Software to the modding community to those few people who watch my videos. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with FS19, and I'd just like to take a bow to all of those people, everybody, all of the software developers and testers at Giants, all of those modders who truly make the game to go from fantastic to absolutely marvellous, or from good to great. Because truthfully, the modding community, from the map makers to the mod makers, the hours they spend, I literally would just like to take this opportunity to say thank you. I know people sometimes, and maybe even including myself at times, don't always appreciate the hard work that goes in to you making this game absolutely so fantastic. So I'm literally just taking my hat off and saying thank you very much. And with no further ado, this is me signing off FS19, and just saying that I think 3.5 million if we cashed in everything, and I'd still think it's probably more than that. I think that's there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in there with what we've got. 250,000 digestate there, and 1 million in that, and yeah, 700,000 in that, which would produce so much digestate as well as so much output from the BJ as well, that in all truthfulness, I would, if I was going to be honest, I would think we're talking more like maybe 3.75 million, 3.7, I would say, if I'm going to be trying to be as accurate as possible. But nevertheless, I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of sugar actually, that again, if we were to output that, we would get a lot from that. But obviously this is me just taking my hat off to all of the people that are involved, from Giant Software to all of the modders, Bullet Bill, Oxygen David, and all of the, yeah, Rawley Christie, H2 Studios, and all the little modders, all of these little tiny new mods, these and the sugar beet harvesters, all of these little things that just make the game absolutely fantastic. Just like to say a serious take a bow to you guys and say thank you. And here's me signing off FS19, and I shall yes, hopefully see you on the other side in FS22 on my Elm Creek and my Horbelleron. Yeah, there's been ups and downs, but I've certainly gone in directions I never dreamt. And on my Horbelleron especially, no, really, both Let's Plays, there's growth already. There's growth quite early on in my Horbelleron, to be honest. Although we were stuck on one field for an awful long time. We're in a massive amount of debt. 400 grand's worth of debt, up to 3 fields now, and we've got loads of equipment. We have, so we are doing well. It just doesn't look like it on paper. We've got please by all means stop in and take a look. But anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and thank you everybody for such a good game and being such a fantastic community. So here's me signing out for the last time on FS19. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.